Welcome back to another video. Thank you guys for tuning in with me, and today I'm going to be discussing different setups and the best configuration I have found for a civilian AR-15 setup. So without further ado, this is my current setup for my AR-15. So what I've found is that minimal is basically the best way to run an AR, especially for anybody that's, civilian, not running this for anything other than, shooting in self-defense or this and that. This is pretty basic. I do have a paint job on this. This is just spray painted for the most part. What I am running on this is just a EOTECH. The reason I run an EOTECH is I've got astigmatism pretty bad. Red dots are hard for me to not necessarily use, but they're more difficult for me to see. And EOTECH is a little bit easier for me, especially with the parallax change. My ARs, I really don't shoot anything further than 300 to 400 meters. So the EOTECH works perfect for me. I can see that pretty well. I do run some backups on here as well, backup iron sights. These are just the Magpul iron sights. You can't always trust your sight to have battery, and things do break. This is mechanical and electronics, so possibility that breaking, it is there, but I do have a backup iron sights as well. This is a 16-inch barrel. This is a pretty thick barrel for the most part. This runs pretty well. I haven't had any issues with it. It's been keeping a zero really well. I've probably shot about 12,000 rounds through this, and I have changed some internals here and there. Internal wise, I pretty much run this stock as possible. I do need a different charging handle. This is just the stock charging handle that comes with the rifle. I didn't go over this, but this is a Windham Armory rifle. This will run you about $800. It's a pretty good rifle. It's ran very well for the amount of use and use that it's had. Some of the upgrades, like I said, I have done. I've got this Magpul grip on it. This quad rail is actually an upgrade as well. I am running a Magpul pistol grip on here. I don't remember which model it is. One of the Magpul ones, you can find it pretty easily. They're pretty cheap for the most part. And also I'm running a Magpul stock on this rifle. This is run really well for civilian defense or for your average civilian. I think this is a great setup. The only thing I am missing is the Surefire on here that I did have, but I'm currently getting that replaced just due to, and it did break, so it is time for a new one. But I was running a Surefire on here. It's always good to have a light. Again, if you can't see anything, there's no point shooting at it, especially if you're in a self-defense situation. You don't know what's behind what, and if you can't see, then don't shoot, But this is a pretty basic setup. If you're looking into a shorter rifle and you don't necessarily want to run a 14-inch barrel or 16-inch barrel, sorry, 14 inches for the M4s. If you don't necessarily want to run a 16-inch barrel, there is an AR pistol option. I haven't shot this one yet. Basically, I'm waiting on a pistol lower to put this on, but this is a PSA upper. I'm sure this thing runs perfectly fine, but this is one of those options that you can do to have a shorter barrel. It just run a AR pistol. You can get a pistol brace on the back of it, and it's close to a stock for the most part. But what I am running on this is a EOTECH. I can't remember this. I think this is a 500 series. And then I am running a PEC 15 on top of it as well. I'm not running backup sights or any irons on this, just because this is going to be a AR pistol, and it's not really going to be for long distance shooting at all. So I'm going to be running this for some closer shots and stuff like that. So this also is another option if you guys are looking into shorter barrels. You can also run an AR pistol. But so yeah, I think the best setup is something that you budget with. I think the best setup is a budget-friendly build that you can do that's not extremely cheap. Don't buy an Amazon Red Dot. Those things are literal trash. I understand if you are balling on a budget. You can shoot some iron sights as much as you can. Spend your money on some ammo, save up some money, and get a decent sight for your AR. I know a lot of people run scopes, LPOs, and stuff like that have been becoming a large thing in the gun community. But for me, it's all about personal preference. This isn't necessarily the best, the perfect civilian AR-15 setup. It's all personal preference. I like to run a lot of my stuff minimal. I don't like to run a lot of stuff on my weapon just because it's heavy. Especially if you got to carry things like this for a long time. With my experience, it sucks carrying stuff for a long time. So having the basics like a light, foregrip, sights, and just enough ammo to train, I think that is a main priority that you should be working on. Same with the AR pistol style. You don't necessarily need a whole lot just to go out, shoot, and train. But like I said, spending your money on quality items versus cheaper items that will break eventually is a better investment. So making sure that you're buying these quality items, I think, is a great option. Like I said, you don't need to go out and buy $400, $500, $600 EOTECHs. That's not necessary. There's great red dots that are out there for the 200 range. So just finding something that fits your budget, but also runs well and keeps, hopefully this video has helped you guys out a lot. I know I run a pretty minimal setup on both ARs, and I do have a third AR that is completely bone stock. It doesn't have any sights on it, anything like that. That's going to be set up for a completely different build. If you guys have any questions in the comments down below, please make sure to leave your comments down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, and let me know if you guys want to see any further content related like this. And I'll make sure to upload as many videos like this as I can. So I appreciate all the support that I've gotten over the past couple of weeks on this channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys in the next one.